EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Houston Texans. Set to go from Detroit as Matt Prater approaches and booms it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set. 19. Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. Fights him off. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Watson with a give to Miller. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 64 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. From the gun, here's Stafford. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
A first down carry now for Miller. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 38, Watson. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Letting one go deep. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Texans 14, Lions nothing. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep. Into their script, I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again is Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
Detroit Lions, first down. Ready. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Middle. Omaha, ready, blue.
Stafford on 1st down. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
Detroit Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 26-yard line.
Tighten up. Go, Mike. Easy. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Calm crowd. Hey, 70. Get on.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Danny Amendola, 26 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. So now Stafford will bring up the Lions, and they'll go for 2.
Hey, alert 3. Middle. Five.
Again, it's Stafford. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw is Watson. That complete to Lamar Miller. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. Miller with a first down and more. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 64 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. He knocks it through, and he extends the lead to 21-8.
Makes the score Texans 21, Lions 8.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey. 40 got. Here we go.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. He's going to air it out deep for Amendola. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Amendola, the intended receiver.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Stafford now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Complete to Jones. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, 43 yards. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. So now Stafford will bring up the Lions, and they'll go for 2.
Kill, kill, kill.
Stafford looks to throw again. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
We own them. Share.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. Watson on first down. Flush to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Check 4. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Check. Hey, easy. Ready? And middle. Hey, 4-1's Mike. Watch that.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
That one covers 29 yards. First down. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Jones has it. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To the air again, Stafford. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay in the final seconds of the first half, as his guys are back within a single score. So now Stafford will bring up the Lions, and they'll go for two.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Shoot. 10.
Hey, exit. Easy alert.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Shoot.
Out of the gun, Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. Something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go for verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Stafford now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throwing deep for Galladay. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Stafford now to throw. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to throw, Stafford. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. It's a touchdown.
That's it. Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, Haywood!
Hey, easy! Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go.
From the gun, Stafford. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Caught by Jones. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there, and a Lion 1st down. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st down, Texans.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Out of the gun, Watson. They'll find Miller. That's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
First down, Houston.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Watson. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson dancing to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. He's got another 1st down, and he's also just a few yards short of 200 for the ball game. On 1st down, it's Watson. Steps away to his left. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Hey, easy, easy. He's trying to use motion. Hey, 22.
Play action. Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Forced out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked by Tracy Walker.
Man, we see a lot of quarterbacks try and do this. They get out of the pocket, they get in trouble, and they try and force the ball into their star receiver to make a play, sometimes whether he's open or not. And I think this time, it was definitely an or not.
51, 21. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 31 yards. And the Texans capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6.